What's up, guys? It's your man DX, and I'm back. Thank you guys so much for joining me again today. What you see on your screen right there is a screenshot from a TikTok video that I would like to talk about today. Now, what you have in this video is you have a female, Katie, who is warning her boyfriend slash husband or whatever, Josh, not to cheat on her. And she does it in a unique but strange way. Let's go ahead and rock the bells. Come on.
1, 2, 3, hit it!
No remix.
No
remix. No remix. Get it. Oh, Lord have mercy. No, but I know that this is just a 15-second video, and I know it's just a TikTok video. But there's a couple of things here to discuss. And let's talk about the obvious first. This is an actual threat of violence from one individual to another. We have come to a point in our society where one class of individual can make an open physical threat to another class of individual with no consequences, and in fact, it can become a rather popular video that is condoned by most and laughed at, in fact, by many. And to that point, first, let's talk about the obvious, glaring problem with this video just on the surface. All you have to do is just reverse the gender roles, and you can imagine the type of backlash the cancel culture activists would bring down upon him. All of the things that would happen if a man were to, let's say, emulate cutting up and dicing up one of a woman's more noticeable physical endowments with a knife. Let's say he pulled out a couple of melons, honeydew melons, obviously, and put them on the counter and said, "This is what's going to happen if she cheats on me." And he takes a knife and starts slicing and dicing those melons up. That dude would be done. He wouldn't be able to get a job and keep a job anywhere. He wouldn't be able to open up any kind of social media account on Facebook or Instagram or whatever without somebody turning him in and him being banned. He wouldn't be able to live where he wanted to. In fact, the FBI might even open up a case to start investigating him for TT. And if you don't know what TT stands for, it's a term that was invented right after 9/11, and it rhymes with veridistic vets, okay? And that is exactly what would happen to that man. And we all know it, and that's obvious. But that's not what I want to focus on in this little short video here. Let's take a look at this again. Let's run it back. And what I want you to do is pay attention, guys, to the background. Pay attention to who's in her background and how he's reacting to all of this. Now, did y'all see Josh in the background? Cringing, curling up in a ball, grabbing his private area like, ooh, that would be so bad if that happened to me. I better just stay in line and do as I'm told. Now, to me, this looks like more of a hostage situation than a relationship. It's very strange, and somebody needs to go arrest this woman and free Josh. But real talk though, this is the type of guy, Josh, who is a woman's dream. A type of guy that can afford her some kind of high lifestyle, but completely submits to her and her rules. And his two little friends that are supposed to be down in his pants are missing. You know, those two little round friends? I used to listen to Tom Likas back in the day, and this is the way he used to talk to these type of guys like Josh.
I'm sort of ashamed of myself, but,
Where are your balls?
Oh, like I said, I got one of them back.
Yeah, great. Well, then, you know what? You do not have your balls back. No, you don't.
Really?
You do not have your balls at all.
I'm sorry, sir.
Well, as you can see, it's obvious that Josh is completely dominated in this relationship. Josh is completely and utterly conquered and disempowered in this relationship. And you can tell who, in fact, wears the pants in this situation. And it ain't Josh. In fact, Josh actually wears the panties in this relationship. My guys, if you ever get to the point where you're watching content like this with your girl and laughing at it, or if, God forbid, you're creating content just like this with your girl, please believe she is losing respect for you by the minute, well, hell, by the second, and you will become the next Josh. And there are serious implications to this too. Remember earlier in the video when I said that there are lots of people who condone this type of behavior and laugh at it and make jokes about men when they see stuff like this. Well, a lot of you guys who watch my content, y'all might be some young bucks, so you might not remember the case of Lorena Bobbitt. Lorena Bobbitt was a Hispanic female who lived in Virginia in the early 1990s. In 1993, Lorena Bobbitt cut off her husband's junk, and then she took it and she threw it off into some abandoned field. Eventually, this made it to court, and Lorena Bobbitt and her lawyers put forth the case that Lorena Bobbitt was domestic abused and traumatized at the time, and that she reacted because of that and cut off the man's penis. Well, the bottom line is the jury bought the story and acquitted her of doing anything wrong, and she never spent a day in jail for doing that. And to this day, you can go online and search and find jokes that people have made about this whole ordeal, as if it's something funny that should be celebrated. And one last thing I just thought of. You just helped to create a monster in your own household. Because what if one day she just gets mad at you out of the blue and decides she's justified in doing something like this, or something worse? Many men live in a prison of their own making. And don't let that be you. And I guess that's all I have to say on the subject, and that's it for me. So if you guys have enjoyed this content, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And also, let's get the conversation started down in the comments section. I want to hear from you guys and see what you think about this. And as always, this is your man DX, and I am out.